Hi guys. It's been a while. I haven't gone live in a while. Just been busy at HL Johnson, and so I thought, what better of a time than a Friday night when I hanging out at home. Dinner has already been made. We ate, and I just thought maybe I'd share some things that we're doing at HL and get you up to date. This week, report cards came out. Talk a little bit about that, attendance, give you some fun reminders of what's going on at HL, and just really trying to keep everyone in the loop of this busy, busy time that we're all in as families and part of HL Johnson. So, of course, I have a presentation because I can't help myself. But I just wanted to go over some things. This might be too long, and but you can watch it later. And if you're busy on a Friday night, which hopefully you're having fun doing all the things that you like to do, you can always watch it later. But so just to go through really quickly, or kind of not quickly, we'll see how it goes. Of course, HL Johnson, we are a Cambridge primary. We are a STEAM school. And of course, we have our green initiatives. Thank you all for supporting that and just reminding you that is what we're all about. And hopefully you are seeing all the communication come through. We do it multiple ways at HLJ, and I just want to make sure that you know what's going on with us. So there are multiple ways. Of course, your class dojo. Again, our teachers do have class dojo, but we want them teaching throughout the day. So sometimes it's hard for them to connect immediately throughout the day because they should be teaching, but they try to do it within their hours that they're working. So just be mindful of that, but also it's a great way to communicate. Our teachers are the best, so they are staying on top of things. And then, of course, we have our agendas. I love the agenda. I look at it every single night, but not everyone uses the agenda because Class Dojo is so great. So just letting you know, that's another way to communicate. Our yellow folders, hopefully you see that every night as well, where you have your stay at home and return to school each side. And then phone calls. I do love a phone call. I know it's really easy to text. I'm a huge texting person, but just like your doctor, if there's some news that we need to chat about that maybe might be taken a little differently on Dojo, that phone call is important. And remember, if you don't want your doctor leaving a message, that's how I kind of try to think about us with phone calls. So just make sure that you are keeping in touch with us and communicating with us. We want that the most. Your child is super important, and we want to advocate for them, and we want you to advocate for them, and we want to ensure that we're all on the same page. So those are all the ways to communicate. And then, of course, anytime you get an assessment, I always try to ask for a frame of reference. Please know that sometimes assessments in the state and by the school district, it might be a 60%, might be actually the highest score. So just, always ask for a frame of reference. And just remember that a test is not everything, obviously. And I know you know that, but just a reminder. And then conferences, I would love, and the teachers really try to do this, but I know everyone is busy. We really strive to have one per trimester. So if you have not had a conference, please try to, and that way you can just really have that time with the teacher. Of course, it can be virtual just like this, but probably on Google Meet, and just doing our best to make sure that you are communicated with. So those are all the ways. Hopefully you're having communication with HL Johnson, with your child's teacher. We are all about being skill focused. I'm hoping you're seeing this at home. I believe in the 4 C's, which is learning skills. It's all under there, but it is critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Hopefully you're seeing your child increase in all of those since they've started school this year. We plan and hope to have a year's worth of growth. And all of these areas are what we focus on, along with our literacy skills. Science of reading, we're a huge science of reading school, the whole state of Florida, but HL Johnson has really been on the cusp of this as it's been coming through. And so just make sure you're reading every single night. I know some days we're too busy and sometimes it's hard. And listen, parents, read the book. Read the book. It's okay. Read the book. Maybe not every night, but that's a great bonding time. And then if for some reason you don't have time, but you have a little time for TV, put that closed captioning on. It's good to have the words showing up all the time. And then, of course, other literacy skills are information literacy, media literacy, technology literacy. We are trying to teach those in the best, most appropriate way possible at HL Johnson. Of course, those mathematical skills are super important. So we need that number sense. We need problem solving skills. We need our techniques and our strategies in order to solve those problems. Mathematical reasoning, geometry, spatial reasoning, all of this is super important. So just, whenever you can talk about math, remember, parents, you're their first teacher. You have so many skills, anything that you're doing connected to learning, connect something that you know about it, but have faith in what you do because you make things better for us and better for your children. So thank you so much. And then those life skills, flexibility, having initiative, social skills, productivity, and leadership. We're trying to always teach those. So hopefully you're seeing those get stronger and have stronger foundations within your child. We are, and I know this is a lot, I didn't put that one in very well, but hopefully your child's getting that educational experience that you're wanting. So we have all of our clubs. They are running. They're going strong. You should get our monthly calendars. And I'm sorry, and I have pictures on here. Thank you for the Green Club. And we're recycling first Thursday of every single month. And we take this very seriously. And then our Jaggy Sweetheart Skate dates. So a long time ago, we used to have the father-daughter dance type of thing, important male in your children's lives, that we used to do at HL Johnson, but it's hard to get us all in there in one night, and really anywhere. We are a large school, but we try to really have that family community feel. So this is a way to have a sweetheart night. So we do have Jaggy Sweetheart Night. This is a fundraiser. It is $12 per skater, but it's just lots of fun. We did have one this past week. We really try to split it up by grades, but just know, not the end of the world if you go on another night, but our next one coming up is February 29th from 6 to 8, and we hope to see you there. And it's just a lot of fun. It is on a school night, but it's a great way for us all to connect and have that special time with your child at our Jaggy Sweetheart Skate date. So hopefully you'll make it on the 29th if you were unable to make it on the 20th. And all of those that came on the 20th, thank you so much. I have to talk about punctuality and attendance. I just want to remind you that, it is important to be at school, and there is just so much about it. And I know some people, sometimes we're sick, right? Sometimes there's an emergency situation, and I'm not talking about those times, but I am asking really for us to really help with this, to be on time, to be at school every single day, because success in school is greatly influenced by our attendance habits. So in a number of ways. So academic success, consistent attendance is directly linked, right? So just remembering that each day presents new learning opportunities, and students who are present regularly have more chances to engage with our content, the curriculum, really concentrate on those 4 C's, and just complete those assignments. We try not to have too much homework. Yes, there's sometimes homework. Don't get me wrong, especially as you go up in grades. But at the end of the day, we want your child to participate in all that they can as far as content discussions and learning everything that we can teach them. And there are, the school year is we have our last trimester we're in. So just a reminder, it also builds responsibility. Being on time helps your child learn the importance of punctuality. And so just remember, this is an essential skill that will benefit them throughout their lives. So let's start these really good habits right now. Social and life skill development, of course, we have to be on time. It is a part of our lives. And so just, again, that's the good habits piece. And maximizing those learning opportunities. Every minute counts in the classroom. So when your child arrives late or that they miss school, they're missing out on that instruction. And it really is a disruption in what they're learning. And it really is linked. But every 5 days is basically percentage points being taken away from your child as far as, trying to academically perform. So do your best. I know we have traffic. I know that. I'll get to traffic in a little bit. But I will tell you, in the mornings, we are getting the traffic through. Our problem is at 7:50, everyone's rushing in. Like, it literally is flowing at that time, but everyone is rushing in. If you just left 5 minutes earlier, we'd get you through, I promise, in that time frame, and you wouldn't be late. Again, I know there's some days that we can't help it, but do your best if you could. Punctuality and regular attendance. Thank you. I'm getting off that subject. Report cards went out this week. So let's talk about these standard-based report cards that are a little bit hard to understand, right? They're not our normal report cards that we were used to when we were young. Well, I'm maybe older than most parents there, but I just want to remind you of why we do this and what is the reasoning. So let me just explain that a little bit for you. So basically, the reason that the school district has gone to these standard-based report cards is for a number of advantages. And so one of them is communicating clear learning targets. So standard-based report cards provide clear and specific information about the learning standard. So what they're actually learning and what your child is expected to meet. Okay, this is supposed to help us and help our children understand the specific skills and how they're being accessed, and it's supposed to foster an understanding of these learning goals. Also, you don't get an F. You're not failing, right? We are just moving our way up and building mastery. So going to that, it is focusing on the mastery of an essential skill. So by aligning our report cards to these standard-based guidelines, we are basically saying that we rather you focus on mastery and effort and making strides to reach the top. So, and really not the top, the full extent of that benchmark. And really, this is for long-term academic success, just important. And it's really supposed to be more meaningful and more meaningful feedback. So instead of a generic letter grade or a percentage based on points, because maybe you're really good at turning in work, maybe you're a good test taker. Standards-based is different. It is not about one assessment. It's about your whole child and testing them. And it's really not testing them all the time. It's not like you're given a test. Sometimes it's based on teacher observation. It is based on learning. Again, it's within that standard, within that benchmark, and we know what they're supposed to know through that benchmark, but it's really supposed to help with the improvement and enabling those interventions and personalized learning opportunities based on the standard and benchmark itself. And it also helps for that individual instruction from the teacher. So we are looking for the strengths and the areas of growth based on that standard, and we can differentiate that instruction to better support your child's learning. So that's why standards-based is important. It is not supposed to be a failing thing. It should not be negative if your child has some areas to work on, because we can't be perfect all the time, and we all should be growing. We're in elementary school. So just keeping that in mind, continuous improvement is what we're looking for. Effort is what we're looking for. So just keep that in mind with those report cards. A grade is not everything, but the growth and the effort of working hard, even when things are hard, is what is important. Also, this is going to prepare your child for future academic challenges. So if we just start instilling that right now, it's the perfect way to move into effort, and we don't give up, and we keep working hard, and we can do hard things. So just letting you know, I hope if you have any questions, please reach out to the teacher. If you have any questions, reach out to me, Mrs. Agudello. We would love to help answer the questions and really help you understand them. They are like 3 or 4 pages. I want to say 4 now, but it's really truly to show growth and remember that we are working through those academic challenges, and it helps the teacher better personalize instruction for your child. So hopefully you got that and all the information with your standard-based assessments and tests and report card. But at the end of the day, not everything can be assessed in one trimester, so it's just different parts. Don't worry if it hasn't been assessed. It will throughout the year. So some things were first trimester, some things are second, and then some things will be third. And of course, our progress monitoring by the end of the year will be that grade levels progress monitoring. Moving to the next thing, traffic. You know, I love talking about traffic. Just reminding you that this is our traffic flow in the morning that you're seeing a picture of. And really, as you pull into HL Johnson, start saying your goodbyes. I know some mornings are tough for families. It's hard to get out the door. Really just, put that love, have your best day, be as kind as possible, work hard, those kind of things. But once you turn in, start slowing down, pulling up as far as you can, not hitting the car in front of you, obviously, but as many cars as we can fit in, that would be great. On this picture, you can see the 2 stars. These are where we exit. If you could pull as far up as possible, I'm at this green one usually. And I know we do the front of the main office, which I'm not sure who stands at that furthest one, but as far as you can, pull up, pay attention to what's going on, put your cell phone down while you're in our gates. If you pull through, and once we've started opening doors, so at 7:30, the cars start to move. So just remember that, say your goodbyes, have the backpack near your child in the back, and that way, right when they open their door, when you come to a complete stop, if we open their door, if you have child lock on, then they're able to already said goodbye, say you love each other. They can grab their backpack, get out as safely as possible, get onto the sidewalk, we shut the door, and then you are off. So just reminding all those, please put your cell phone down, pay attention, pull up as far as you can, and remember, child doesn't open the door until the car comes to a complete stop. And thank you so much for, really just helping us with all of that. Oh, I wasn't even on standards-based report cards. I was just talking about them. Oh, no, I had it in there twice. My apologies. It's in there twice. All right. This is what's going on right this second at HL Johnson. So VPK lottery was today. So we have a lottery because we have lots of people apply for our VPK program. Miss Deland, Miss Severs, they're amazing, amazing, amazing educators, and especially with our VPK students. So the lottery went out today. So you were notified two ways. You're either notified, yay, you made the lottery selection. You have next week to get in all the documentation, or you were put on a wait list. So hopefully, I know I'm sorry, there are people on the wait list. And again, thank you for always prioritizing us and loving us and supporting us in every single way. But VPK, if you're on the lottery, you received the email today. If you did not receive an email, don't worry, on Monday, you will get a phone call from us, just ensuring that you know that we know that you've received it. But I can tell by your email responses, so thank you very much. But VPK lottery, if you made the lottery and you have a seat right now, all the paperwork needs to be in by next Friday, 1:30. Okay, so March 1st, 1:30 p.m. So make sure that's in. If you have any questions, please call on Monday and make sure we can answer all of your questions as far as registering and getting everything done. If you are in the lottery and you don't get it done, you're going to forfeit your seat if it's after March 1st, 1:30. So I'm just letting you know. If you're on the wait list, on your wait list notification email that I sent out today, I even put your wait list number. So if you had number 6, then you're 6th in line on that wait list based on the lottery. So just keeping you in mind for that. If someone just drops out, or if they do not get their paperwork on time, we're going to go in order of how you were chosen in the lottery. So I gave you that number in case you just wanted to know, and in case you wanted to look for other options based on your number in the queue. Anytime someone could drop out before school starts, so we do keep the queue and we go through if that were to happen, and we just continue to call and see if you are ready, and we give you the timeline. Everyone does have 5 days, really 7 days, but 5 days that we should be in school that you could register. So if someone wanted VPK and they did not fill out the form, which is on here and it's also on all of our social media, they did not fill out the form, they still can do that. It's just that they will then be added to the bottom of the queue. We are not doing another lottery. They just get added to the bottom based on when they fill out the form from this point on. So just giving you that information. And so that is for VPK next year. If you have, or if you know of someone that's going to have a kindergartner, so for next year, not VPK, kindergartner, we have kindergarten roundup at HL Johnson, Thursday, April 11th at 6 p.m. So that is at HL Johnson. And that is a great way. Bring your child. It's a great way to get a tour, find out some information. We need to turn in registration packets, get your stuff all set up so that way you are ready for kindergarten. We also have little kits. Once you complete your registration, you get a learning kit that you can practice lots of different fun things at home. So, and I also on the screen, you can see Cypress Trails. You can also see Royal Palm Beach Elementary's kindergarten roundup dates. I'd like to share that with everyone. We work really closely together. We have 3 amazing elementary schools in Royal Palm, and we're just lucky to be a part of it. And so I gave you all the dates there. I do have a second kindergarten roundup, which is the next day, but you're not going to get a tour if you can't come on Thursday night. On the next day, Friday, you're not going to get a tour. I'm sorry, while school's in. But we will have another one where at least you can meet me. I'm going to answer some questions but there will be no tour. If you want to set up a tour at a later date, we can set up a tour at a later date, but I don't do tours while students are in our classrooms. I just want to make sure our campus is the safest campus around, and I don't like to do tours with lots of people while classes are going on. So that will not be happening. But if you come Thursday, April 11th, then you will get the tour. And if for some reason you can't make either of those dates, reach out and we will manage something. I give lots of personal tours in the afternoons, and I can do that, or Miss Agudello or another staff member, depending on availability and when you can come in. But April 11th is going to be the big day as far as our kindergarten roundup, and you see Cypress Trails and Royal Palm Beach Elementary on our screen, so you have that information. All right, I'm done. That's not too bad. It was a lot of information, but I'm done. But always, please stay connected. We do have our social media sites. We also have an amazing PTO, and we're so lucky. So that Facebook PTO, if you have a question in the middle of the night, I don't know, they're always answering things. They're amazing. They know everything that's going on at HL Johnson, and really just make everything even better for us. So please stay connected. Remember, we're a STEAM school. We're the only Cambridge primary in Palm Beach County, and that gets you ready for middle school and high school. Those high school Cambridge classes are for college credit. So we're just helping get our children ready for that type of thinking and the creativity and the critical thinking skills, communication and collaboration, my 4 C's that I think are so important. And then we are a Green School of Excellence, an Everglades school. Remember, we are also the only school in Palm Beach County that has the selling permit for our plants and crops that we grow at HLJ, and just trying to continue sustainability and teach your children everything we possibly can before they go into middle school. But really, thank you again for our partnership and just being a part of our Jaguar family. If you need anything, we're here. We're busy, but we are doing everything we can to make sure that we're meeting the needs of your child and watching them grow and learn. And I just want to say thank you so much. I plan to do more of these. I like doing these. At least you get filled in. And I just hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Do your best to be on time and be in school. Again, if you're sick, you're sick. There's family emergency, there's family emergency. But let's just do our best. We want your child there every single day and with us. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful Friday evening. And I'll see you soon. Good night.